It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Finance Daily, episode 911, How to Invest $1 Million, and What Financial Health Means to Me, How I Ruined My Honeymoon, both by Nick True of MappedOutMoney.com. And I'm your host. My name is Dan. A very happy Monday to you. Hope you had a great weekend. And I want to thank SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. Shipping and mailing from your desk has never been simpler than with SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. With SendPro Online, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99. That's $4.99 a month. Try it free for 30 days and get a free 10-pound scale when you visit pb.com/finance. That's pb.com/finance. For now, let's get right to today's two posts from Nick True as we optimize your life. How to Invest $1 Million by Nick True of MappedOutMoney.com. It's common for people to ask hypothetical questions, like, if you had $1 million, how would you invest it? Essentially, the heart of this question is asking how you should invest your money, which is a very different question. I've gotten asked by my friends on countless occasions how they should invest their money. The problem is that questions like these are inherently unrealistic. They ignore two other questions that have to be answered first. One, what's the goal with these dollars? Like, when do you plan to need them? And two, what accounts do you have access to? First off, I can't tell you how to invest if you don't even know what the plan is for this money. Did you get an inheritance of $1 million at 25 years old and don't plan to touch the money for 40 years? Or are you already 55 and have $1 million but would like to retire in 5 years? The way you would invest that money is drastically different in each scenario. Second, if this money is locked up inside an employer's 401k, then the options you have for investing are likely to be significantly lacking. And unfortunately, the vast majority of Americans have their money inside employer-sponsored plans, which means that even if I give you a recommendation on how to invest, you may not be able to do it. Let's get to the point. I'll get off my soapbox now. The heart of the question is simple enough. What's the best investment strategy for my money? The bottom line is that I would invest $1 million the same way I would invest $100 million or 1,000. Simply. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm a huge fan of target date retirement funds. A lot of people will give me for that, but they just make sense. 99% of people don't actually understand investing. They don't truly understand how to diversify, rebalance, or properly execute a tax loss harvesting maneuver. On top of that, people are lazy. Target date retirement funds are typically some of the best options for normal people investing in their 401ks and IRAs. They're easy to understand, they're well diversified, and they require absolutely no work. You can set up the investment and then completely forget about it. I especially love the Vanguard target date funds. These funds are made up of solid underlying funds like VTSAX, VTIAX, and VBTLX. This isn't the most optimized portfolio, and it won't return the most money. It isn't sexy, and it's nothing to write home about, but it lets you go on living your life while knowing that your future is taken care of. Which fund should I choose? It all goes back to the very first question. What's your goal? Target date funds are great because you can choose the fund that matches the year you want to retire. Simply find that fund and invest the entire $1 million into it. For me, that looks like Vanguard Target Retirement 2055 Fund, VFFVX. When it comes to investing $1 million, I like to focus on the human aspect. Yeah, a computer could do a lot better and likely beat VFFVX by a percentage point or two. And as computers increasingly take over investing platforms, I may change my recommendation in the future. But for now, while people are in control, the safe and unemotional way is to invest in a simple, boring target date fund. What Financial Health Means to Me, How I Ruined My Honeymoon, by Nick True of MappedOutMoney.com. So, I have a confession to make. I ruined my honeymoon. This is hard to admit since most people don't know this, not even my mom who's reading this for the first time. It's hard because this story has the potential to paint me in an extremely negative light. But I'm writing this article anyway because I want to share what I learned with you. How I Ruined My Honeymoon. My wife and I went on a cruise for our honeymoon. I naively thought that cruises were all-inclusive, but I got a quick reality check. Once you arrive, there are tons of extra costs. Drink packages, tipping, anything that's actually fun, like excursions. Did you realize that you can't even get free soft drinks? I didn't. We bought the cheapest drink package available, and it was still over $100 each. And don't even get me started on tipping. This caused me to freak out, and that's when things took a turn for the worse. Less than 2 hours into my honeymoon cruise, and I became what can best be described as the opposite of Prince Charming. I was so stressed about money that I became a hateful fun sucker. Worst of all, I took it out on my beautiful bride. We fought on and off the entire time and spent long hours ignoring each other. This trip turned out to be nowhere close to an ideal honeymoon. We didn't have fun, and we didn't sail off into the sunset in romantic bliss, all because I decided to let a few $100s ruin one of the best weeks of my life. Looking back, I obviously regret the way I acted, and I will always remember how I ruined the first week of my marriage by having an unhealthy financial mindset. I'm sure Hannah wanted to do this. Luckily, she is extremely gracious and always forgiving, so I'm still here to dig into why this honeymoon from happened. I ruined the trip because I wasn't financially healthy. Being financially healthy is about practicing daily habits that set you up for financial success. There are lots of factors that affect your financial health, like spending, saving, and borrowing. I failed specifically in the planning aspect. I was already stressing because I knew money would be extremely tight during our first year of marriage, and when unexpected expenses came up, it pushed me over the edge. But the problem wasn't spending the money, the problem was not expecting to spend the money. I had two major issues. One, I didn't know what financial health meant to me, and two, I didn't plan for the unexpected. Financial health is all about knowing yourself. I have a tendency to irrationally think we are going broke when the unexpected happens. Now that I know this about myself, Hannah and I specifically plan for unexpected expenses in our monthly budget. Today, I choose financial health by planning for the unexpected, especially on vacations, so it's never a surprise. Recognizing when I'm stressing about money, and realizing that I'm being overdramatic and forcing myself to relax. Although I've still got a long way to go, acknowledging my tendencies helps me be a better leader for my family. For me, financial health means having a plan. It means setting aside money from every paycheck to cover the inevitable unexpected expenses. So what does financial health mean to you? You just listened to the posts titled, How to Invest $1 Million and What Financial Health Means to Me, How I Ruined My Honeymoon, both by Nick True of MappedOutMoney.com. And don't forget, shipping and mailing from your desk has never been simpler than with SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. With SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. And for being an Optimal Finance Daily listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you never overpay. Save time and money on mailing and shipping with SendPro Online. Starting at $4.99 a month, again, that's just $4.99, you can also qualify for special USPS rates for letters and priority mail shipping, calculate exact postage online, and print from your PC. So go to pb.com/finance to access this special offer for a free 30-day trial plus that free 10-pound scale to get you started. That's pb.com/finance. Experience shipping made simple with a free trial of SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. And that does it for today. Thank you so much for being a regular listener and for being a subscriber to our show. Have yourself a great rest of your day, and I'm going to see you right back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.